Hey, what's up? It's Greg from Fishing Tech Quarters, and today is Sunday, November 26th. Hoping everybody had an awesome Thanksgiving, holiday, weekend, and whatnot. Black Friday, Cyber Monday coming up, Small Business Saturday just passed. Hopefully you got out and got some awesome, fun fishing. Long Beach Island area, Island Beach State Park, Barnegat Inlet. It's the epicenter right now of the mass striped bass migration. Maybe there's some fish further north and south, but out of my local waters here, fishing has been phenomenal for the better part of the last, 10 to 12 days, give or take. Earlier this season it was great, but there's a large body of fish here now. Last couple reports I've been sharing that fishing's been very good. Large body of fish are here, and they've been here. I've seen definitely a little switch over of some smaller fish, still picking some better fish though. Good biomass of striped bass here. Yesterday was phenomenal, today was phenomenal. I would say top 5, top 10 fishing days I've ever had. I mean, both of them are back to back. I heard the kind of same reports from some other local friends. Longtime local captain out of Barnegat here, Steve Perel, just told me today at the dock when I was just cleaning up. It was, top 5 days, is his kind of take on things. The abundance of striped bass here right now in Long Beach Island, Island Beach State Park, Central Jersey coast is phenomenal. If you're not getting out and doing some fishing, definitely try to pair out some time, cut out some time in your schedule. Try to get in there before the season's over. Got some stiff westerlies coming right now. Today was pretty rough. We had easterly winds today. Definitely sloppy ocean conditions. Yesterday was a little on the sloppy side too. Northerly in the morning, got real rough. Laid down throughout the day, but definitely still lumpy in the afternoon. Caught fish right into sunset. Basically everything you threw at them, you were getting hooked up on. For me, best bet has been the needlefish. Also fishing bucktails yesterday. Had some kids on board, so single hook's really easy to catch and release safely and effectively quick without needing a de-hooker or pliers. So I kind of left most of the treble hook lures aside yesterday. Forget the actual youth anglers. We had a 4-year-old and 5-year-old aboard. To share a little report here, kind of an emergency kind of put together trip. I really just plan on going out with a friend, Dan, jumping out just to kind of take a peek out in the afternoon, see what was going on out there. And I heard the fishing was good in the wind in the morning. I wasn't able to get out early, but I just jumped in, went for a little fuel up, got fueled up for today's trip yesterday, and ends up there was a little mechanical failure on another captain's boat in the local area here. Just a couple slips over from me. I said, hey guys, see you're walking off kind of bummed. They kind of were bummed out. They were looking forward to this trip. I kind of welcomed the dad aboard with the kids, and we ended up having an awesome day, phenomenal. I don't think those kids will see fishing like that probably anytime in the near future, or maybe years down the road. I forgot their names, totally right over my head right now, totally forgot. But 4 and 5-year-old, they were awesome. Never had youth like that were casting. Really strong anglers. It was surprising to me, and they were dialed in. I've seen some guys that say got 20, 30 years experience. They couldn't shake a stick at these kids were awesome. But yeah, I had an awesome trip yesterday. Caught them right into sunset. Actually, I had some free time within that, session. Dan was helping out. Had some time to throw the fly rod around. Had a bunch of fish in the fly, which was cool. Good fun fishing. Today I had Jay and Jim Galasso and his son Jimmy. They were aboard. These guys have fished with me many times over the last handful of years. Got into some awesome fun fishing with them, but today was definitely icing on the cake. Definitely the best fishing I've gotten into with those guys. Started out early, real close to the inlet. Literally went outside Barnegat Inlet and had to drive over fish that were right there in order to just get out. It was lumpy, sloppy, whole train of boats coming out. They had 2.5-hour rides, so I didn't want to have them leave too early. Yesterday I had a good afternoon, so I said, hey, we don't need to go first thing in the morning. Got out there. I think we pushed on the dock 6:30, 7 o'clock, something like that. Whole train of boats in front of us, whole train of boats behind us. I couldn't stop. Just kind of keep the momentum going, just get out the inlet. But there was fish rolling everywhere. Never did I pull around the monument and just have acres and acres of striped bass just rolling everywhere. And hadn't be forced to drive through them because the parade of boats getting out. So we had fish basically from the first cast until the last cast. We literally left fish biting at the end. Did a solid 5-hour trip. I know just about every boat that I saw out there, that I saw, friends and whatnot, acquaintances that were close by. Everybody giving me a double thumbs up. I got, luckily brought my camera out yesterday and today. Got some awesome documentation of that. Hopefully I'll be able to share some of that video here throughout the winter. got a bunch of good photos of people hooked up and fish breaking on the surface too, so it was good. But to share a little update, I did hear from a friend at the dock who's kind of struggled. Also hit the bathroom here at the boat ramp, heard a couple guys that struggled. If I can bring some value, you know, I'm fishing some needlefish and also some topwater spooks. The topwater spooks are resembling a bigger bait, like a bigger profile, like a bunker. That ship has somewhat sailed. Last couple days, the bunker guys, gill netters, cast netters, have been struggling to find bunker. Most of these baits are peanuts right now and sand eels. So by fishing those bigger lures, you're not going to catch as many fish, but you're going to weed out and catch a much bigger fish. Jay actually had the biggest fish aboard today. Beautiful fish. I think it was 36 inches. Much bigger fish than all the other fish that we had today was caught on the spook. The crew also raised a couple nice fish on some pencil poppers and some floating needlefish. Needlefish are a bigger lure, say 6, 7, 8 inch needlefish. Just like the spooks, they're 9 inch, even 11 inch, 7 to 11. Big topwaters are going to resemble those bigger baits. You're going to find those bigger fish. Fishing bucktails, almost every cast, every drop. Fishing the Hoagie sand eel jigs, almost every drop. No live bait needed. The straight tails and the paddle tails, 5 inch, were great, but also the larger ones, I think they're 9 inch, maybe they're 8, something like that, whatever. There's 2 sizes. They're both catching fish. Had fish on metal lips today, had fish on pencil poppers, like I mentioned. Rubber shads, can't go wrong with rubber shad, whether it's a tsunami, whether it's a storm. Yesterday, today, phenomenal fishing, dropping reel just about. You want to cast out and work, you know, kind of quick couple tap, 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 retrieve, tap, tap, tap. For me, imparting the action on the lure has been much, much more effective. Fishing the sand eel jigs from Hoagie have been very effective for me. I cast them out very similar to how I'm fishing for albies. Cast them out, bubble them quick on the surface, let them fall and twitch, twitch, twitch. Go back to a quick retrieve, bubbling on the surface, let them fall, twitch, twitch, twitch. Yes, I'm marking lots of fish down the bottom. Yes, you can jig avas and shads on bottom. You catch a lot of fish that way. I'm doing very effective fishing up top in the higher water column. I know a lot of boats in and out. Everybody's catching fish. So if you haven't been catching fish, hopefully those tips can bring some value to you. And if you're into trolling, drop the umbrellas, mojos. You're gonna get a bite in just about no time. Some people might frown upon that, but it's a good way to get out and fish if you're not, say, physically fit to cast, or today was rough. It's hard to stand on the boat when it's rocking and rolling. Nothing wrong with trolling around. Just try to stay outside of the massive bird plays. Today, I could say there was bird plays literally from Barnegat Inlet as far up as I went, which was the Bathers Beach. They were from literally on the beach where the surf casters were catching them, out to the 3 mile line and far beyond. I can share there's a lot of tuna around. A lot of tuna the last couple weeks. I've shared that in the recent reports. I know today was a mob scene of boats out there, but I heard of tuna off of LBI, Garden State South, Garden State North, Barnegat Light Reef, and even all the way up to the Axel Carlson. Tuna bites are happening anywhere from 30 foot of water on the beach all the way out. You don't really have to go too far, but say 3 to 8 miles, 3 to 10 miles. You roam around, you're going to find some tuna. You're going to find the small birds working on the small bait. You're going to find the tuna. Ronzies, wolf packs, and also the no live bait needed straight tails. Those are probably the 3 primary soft baits you want to be fishing for the tuna, rigged up with a solid heavy hook. You could also fish some stick baits, some poppers, but I would be looking towards the slider, more needlefish slider, custom style baits for tuna. Those would be lights out fishing right now because of sand eels and looking for a slender profile. A few days back, they were chasing bunker. A few days back, the striped bass were fishing was teeing off on bunker. That's kind of transitioned a little bit. We got the full moon tomorrow. That is Sunday, the 27th. From the last moon to this moon, we saw a big change in size from bigger classy fish getting down to the smaller ranges. With this moon going in the next couple weeks, I think you're going to see that same class of fish around, the smaller class. That's anywhere from 15, 18 inch fish, little micro schoolies, up to the 20 inch range, into the bonus tag and slot ranges, up to 31, which is the slot, 28 to 31. And you may see a couple overs in there. I personally think the bigger fish, say the classy 30, 40, 50 pound fish, are past this. Maybe you pick a few, maybe you switch up your techniques and do a little better than me. I haven't had a 40 pound fish in probably, say, 5-6 days now. Maybe you have, hopefully you have. I wish you the best of luck at that. As far as fishing the surf of Long Beach Island, there's plenty of fish here now, getting lots of reports of catch and release fish, getting lots of reports of slot fish. Guys are catching on clam because bunker's been hard to find. If you get bunker's a premium bait off the beach, and also fish lures. I'd cast diamond jigs with teasers, fish rubber shads. A white rubber shad cannot go wrong with a paddle tail right now off the beach. Fish metal lips, if you got to get out there a little more distance. Fish needlefish, a stubby bullet from Super Strike. The bullet's a phenomenal lure. You can fish any kind of metal lip, any kind of swimmer. Cordell pencil poppers. You want to fish some Yozuri. Yozuri has a million different lures to fish, from the mag dive to the LC minnow, dive back to the another brand, SP minnow, great lure. Going back to Yozuri again, the mag darter, the twitch baits, phenomenal lineup of lures from Yozuri. Last couple days, just about whatever you casted, you should be catching fish on. You have to be a little more selective off the surf because distance is paramount sometimes. Sometimes they're at your feet, but also action and profile. So we talk about profile, peanut bunker, rubber shad, can't go wrong. Twitch bait, can't go wrong. Metal lips, awesome choice. If the wind's in your face, you need distance, diamond jig's gonna get it there for you. I don't think you can find a better casting lure other than a diamond jig and a needlefish or a pencil popper. Those three are gonna be primaries you should have in your bag. And definitely don't forget the teasers. Right now with the smaller bait, the sand eel's kind of dominating the scene. Sand eel, imitations, needlefish, slender, soft bait like a 1 ounce lead head and a straight tail, say a Ron Z, maybe a curly tail and a bucktail, cannot go wrong. Ron Z's are phenomenal this time of year. Maybe you got the Bill Hurleys. They're another sand eel imitation. Savage sand eel's phenomenal. I don't want to sit here and ramble about a million different lures. I got a whole, bags and bags of boxes and boxes of stuff in my shed. Got boxes and bags in my truck. I got a whole cooler full of tackle and boxes and bags in my boat. I don't expect you to have all the tackle I have. That's what I do. I sell fishing tackle. But just think about what you need to do, which is cast far off the beach and imitate a slender bait fish. Diamond jig's gonna do it, teaser's gonna do it. You could go out there with just that and a bucktail and a grub or a strip and get it done. But I would suggest having needlefish in your bag right now for sure. You just wanna get out there and do some chunking. Fish a 4.0, 6.0 hook with clam. Maybe you wanna go up to a 6.0, 8.0 with bunker. Soak some bait off the beach. You could also fish some other baits like mullet. Mullet is normally not really looked at as a popular bait this time of year, but there's nothing wrong with fishing some mullet off the beach right now. I bet you'll catch some fish. I can say, like I said, there are a couple bluefish around. There's some bluefin tuna, striped bass are the three primary species, as well as tog. Tog fishing should be very good here. It should be dwindling down, like I mentioned in the last few reports, on the decline on the jetty, but still hasn't been frigid cold. We do have some stiff westerlies coming. West is best. I think we'll have some peanut bunker on the beach of LBI and also Island Beach State Park next few days. I think we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, possibly Thursday, 4 days of westerly. For me, it's always the third day of the west wind. So I have really high hopes for Wednesday. If Wednesday happens, great. It's awesome. If it doesn't, I apologize. But for me, I'd have my sights set for Wednesday. I will be out every single day I get a chance from here until the end of the season. The end of the season's near, right? December's right around the corner. Sometimes fishing goes good into the first week, second week of December. Sometimes it goes right through Christmas and the New Year's. I'm not gonna keep my fingers crossed that long. I'm trying to get into the action while I can. It's been a phenomenal fall. Basically everything from here on out for me is just icing on top. Had a great fall run, early season, mid-season. Now I'm kind of getting into the late season of the fall. It's been awesome. If you haven't got in on the action, I hope you get out there now, get out there soon, get out there next chance you get, and get into some fun fishing. If you need help, hopefully you've been following on to the reports and you can look back on a couple recent ones and that brings you some value. Hopefully this report brought you some value. If you need more additional help than that, stop by Fisherman's Headquarters. The entire crew is out catching fish just about every single day, whether we're on the surf, whether we're on the jetty, whether we're on the boat catching stripers, on the boat catching tuna. We can kind of help you get in the game, whether you need help with some rods and reels, fishing line, new line, some gear. I straightened a couple hooks today, a couple busted split rings. I need to redo some of my tackle and some of my lures. I'll be in the shop here for a little bit today. Crew will be in until 6 o'clock. Every single day we're open up at 6 a.m. until 7 o'clock most days, till 7, some days 8, even 9 o'clock still. We'll keep those hours going as long as this fishing's good. Normally mid-December we start cutting back, so be on the lookout for that. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook. If you want to get a little more of the fishing report information off the surf, also follow the LBI Surf Fishing Classic. Goes until December, I think it's 7th or 9th. Be sure to follow that. You'll see a lot of pictures people are sharing. Good fun fishing taking place right now off the surf. Rain's coming down a little harder now. Hopefully this report brings you some value. Have a great day, and hopefully get out there and get into some good fun fishing.